Are you guys in the mood for some slop today? Because I am certainly in the mood for some sloppy, sloppy, sloppy content. So, a few updates actually. I might be close to moving again soon, which I've been trying to move for like the past few months anyway. And then when I do move, the content will be back to normal. I'll be back on camera. Nothing dramatic happened. All that happened was we have an office room, which was my filming space, and then my boyfriend decided a few months ago to just swap everything round in what was my filming space, and the new place where I was meant to film, I hated it. And sometimes I wonder if I've got a little bit more than ADHD going on, you know what I mean? Like, because I hated it so much, and I was like, well, I'm not using that then. That's why I've been doing it mainly like this. You know, I had a dedicated place. I didn't really like filming in front of a blank wall anyway, but this is a rented place, so I didn't really want to like decorate that much, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't be bothered for that. So anyway, hopefully I'm moving again very soon, and when I do, things shall be more back to normal. I'll have a dedicated filming space again, and that will be that. But until that happens, you're just gonna have to make do with the videos being like this, okay? And I know it's difficult. You guys miss seeing my beautiful face, sure. But you know, there's plenty of commentary channels that just do no face and gaming content. So, granted, they are mainly men who aren't half as pretty as me. So I get it. I do get it. But anyway, let's just get on with today's topics. I saw this and wow. Content warning. It's pretty extreme. It's not gore, but it's pretty extreme. So, stunning influencer left deformed after clinic injected mineral oil and laxatives into her face. Like, bro, laxatives into her face. Faces don't need to shit, you know what I mean? An influencer from Brazil was left deformed after getting fraudulent fillers. The online creator reportedly had mineral oils and laxative injected into her face. Why more women than ever are opting for hair transplant? Why is that there? You know what I mean? Like, why is that there? Anyway, Brazilian influencer Juliana Oliveira, also known as Juju Dopix, is going under the knife after claiming she was left disfigured following cosmetic injections gone wrong. Oliveira claimed in 2017, that was ages ago. What the hell? Has she been living like this whole time? She was injected with what she thought was silicone-based filler, but turned out to be 21 syringes. Surely after like the first syringe, you'd be like, hey, but surely not 21 actual syringes, like in one go. You know, because usually this type of thing is like a one syringe deal. Would you not have questions after the first 5? 21 syringes of mineral oil and laxatives into her cheeks. The injections were administered by an illegal clinic without her consent. What do you mean without her consent? This story is crazy. According to the outlet, and reportedly left her severely disfigured. Now, here's the thing. If any of you, like, do what you want with your face. If you want to get filler, Botox, do what you want. I'm not going to tell people to not do that stuff because I do that stuff. However, there are caveats. You should always go to a licensed medical professional, like a doctor or a dentist, to get filler or Botox, especially Botox. Well, especially filler as well, actually, because people just put crap in them. Also, as someone who does like to get Botox, and as someone who has had fillers before, you need to be aware that when they say, oh yeah, get a top up every 3 months, they are just upselling to you. Not so much with Botox because it does wear off after a few months, but with filler, they're just upselling. They say it gets all reabsorbed and metabolized by the body, which is a half truth because some of it always gets left over and it can migrate the more you have it, right? Which I'm fine with my lips always having a little bit of filler in them forever because I didn't like them before. They were too small compared to like the rest of my big face. So I'm fine with that. But as someone who has had fillers before, I haven't had my lips done in, I don't even remember, a year and a half. So it lasts that long. You don't need to be getting it done every 3 or even 6 months like they say. Because the more you do that, the more weight there's going to be in your face. And the more, like, if you're getting, like, you know, chin fillers and cheek fillers, the more it's going to infinitesimally, but the more it will weigh it down, right? Weigh your face down. And then, I don't know, make wrinkles. But I don't know. But I never believed that in the first place. Oh, yeah, get it done every few months because it isn't necessary. I think I'm fine getting mine done once every, like, 2 years or even longer if need be. And you have to be aware, the more you mess with your face, the more you become blind to how your face looks. So if you're getting your filler done every 3 months, you're going to develop, is it called Instagram face or like pillow face or something? You're not going to be aware of how it's looking because you get normalized really quickly to it. So you have to be, if you're going to do this stuff, you have to be very careful about it. While many derma fillers are approved by the FDA, it is very important that customers know exactly what they're getting injected by a board-certified doctor. Per Harvard Health, injecting foreign non-sterile substances into your face, like mineral oil, can cause serious problems, including an embolism that leads to blindness. Yeah, there's that too. And you can get necrosis if it's done by someone who isn't a professional. And other things. The mysterious injections left Oliveira with swollen cheeks and eyelids per her social media accounts. This is crazy. This is wild. According to The Sun, Oliveira believed she would look like this for the rest of her life and even struggled to find work. But now she's finally found a doctor that can help her. If you're going to get stuff done to your face and body, you have to go to professionals. You know how I always say, I used to read those magazines, That's Life, Chat, Take a Break. I remember reading one story about how someone got liposuction and ended up catching, is it the superbug, MRSA? They ended up catching like the superbug super infection, and almost, they almost needed something amputating, or they did get something amputated. I read that when I was like 9 or so and vowed to not get liposuction. Obviously, things like that are on the extreme end of things, but you know, if you're going to someone who isn't a professional and you're getting like whatever injected in your face, then the likelihood of something going wrong like rises astronomically. I remember before I and ahed like for years about getting Botox before I actually started getting Botox, and I read, I was looking up, you know, how many people have died from, because I'm a very dramatic person, how many people have died from getting Botox. And usually it is in like back alley places with people who aren't licensed professionals, where they're not even injecting like Botox, really. It's Botox plus like, I don't know, 10 other different things. So you need to be very careful if you're going to mess around with your face and mess around with this stuff. And this is not coming from someone who believes in aging gracefully or is like all natural, because I'm not. And some people are going to be like, oh, you should age it. And it's like, what? Like, I don't believe in being all natural. Clearly not. I dye my hair black, for fuck's sake. If I was going to be all natural, I would like keep my hair brunette, but I dye my hair black regularly. So I don't give a shit about that. But I feel like my opinion carries more weight because I do get these things done, but I get them done by dentists. So it's really hard to believe that she's the same person. She thought it was silicone-based filler, turned out to be 21 syringes of mineral oil and laxative into her cheeks. I still don't understand the 21 syringes part, but it's unbelievable. Last week, Oliveira went under the knife with Sao Paulo-based plastic surgeon, Dr. Thiago Mara, who documented the surgery on Instagram. Is this for real? It's the same. Are you dumb? Post-surgery, someone's going to be very swollen. You have to wait like months to see what your face or nose or whatever is going to be like post-surgery. Yeah. Like, success, it remains the same. Post-surgery, you dumb fucks. It took more than 4 hours and will be the first reconstructive surgery of many for the influencer the outlet shared. Dr. Mara shared a few pictures of the surgery, which shows Olivia with tons of stitches in her cheeks and chin area. This content may be inappropriate. It's unavailable. So get a fucking life, Instagram. Jesus Christ. Why have we babied the internet so much? Kids shouldn't even be... Different topic for a different time, different rant. Kids shouldn't even be on the internet. Like, I'm sorry, can we not just ban kids from the internet? Kids have made the internet fucking worse. We have kidfluencers, we have YouTube kids, we have this severe dumbing down and infantilizing of content because grown adults can't handle looking at a few pictures, apparently. Well, you know what I mean. Online Safety Act, to protect the children. If you cared about protecting children, UK, why is Parliament full of nonsense? Claim unverified. I'm just saying things. No one arrest me. Clot surgery yesterday was a success. Dr. Mara wrote in the caption, now to follow up the healing. Are you excited to see the results in 20 days? It is unclear exactly when her next surgery is scheduled for. Interesting enough, it looks like Olivia isn't the only one who has had an unfortunate experience with fake injectables. Last year, doctors sounded the alarm on fake Botox injections that were landing women in hospital. We'll have a look at that in a minute. This is my PSA to people to not get this kind of stuff done. It's just mad. It's very frightening. It's very frightening. Like, and isn't it crazy that if you just inject some oils into your face, it can do that? In April 2024, 22 people from 11 states reported harmful reactions after receiving injections of the popular filler from unlicensed or untrained providers, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. None of the women underwent the procedure in a medical setting, instead describing getting Botox in spas and at homes. Considering the amount of people that do get Botox and filler, 22 people from 11 states isn't that many. Regardless, though, the harmful reactions were reported, slew of states, California, of course. Aside from untrained injectors administering Botox, the issue goes even deeper than that. At the time, licensed medical professionals were being targeted by manufacturers peddling counterfeit product as well, which is fucking crazy. Imagine you go to the dentist, you do like your due diligence and go to a medical professional, but they're getting some sort of ratchet fake Botox. I suppose there must be ways to test for it, surely. I don't know how. Maybe inject it into an orange and see if it does anything. I don't know. Last year, New York aesthetician Joey Grant Luther was arrested after authorities said he had ordered counterfeit Botox from China. Oh, so he did it on purpose, did he? If he'd ordered... No. According to Eyewitness News. In addition, Luther did not possess licensing to inject Botox in the state of New York. So this guy was like a crook anyway. Whatever. I'm not going through the comments on that article because it's a fucking shit show. So I'm not clicking those comments. However, exclusive, plastic surgeons issue warning over counterfeit Botox that has left 22 women with horrendous reactions. 11 women were hospitalized after being treated by unlicensed providers, of course. Reported symptoms include fatigue, weakness, and even difficulty breathing. In high doses, botulinum toxin, Botox's magic ingredient, can be fatal. It's the most toxic thing in the world, isn't it? They just get it and break it down into a billion little compounds. Doctors and government agencies sound the alarm. Yada yada. We went through this, right? Getting Botox in spas and at home. Is that Tana Mojo? It looks like Tana Mojo, who definitely does not get her Botox done by an actual professional either. Aside from untrained people administering Botox, the issue goes deeper, to the point where licensed medical professionals are being targeted by manufacturers peddling counterfeit product. We are being contacted weekly by third-party companies that offer us Botox and fillers for a fraction of the price, says Dr. Akis Tonos, co-founder of Aeon Aesthetics, leading aesthetic clinic based in New York. Look, Botox has proven popular in the United States, with 8.7 million people receiving Botox or similar treatments in 2022. So really, 22 people being hospitalized? I think more people die in plane crashes, really, but it's still no good. Last May, US Customs and Border Protection announced that officers in Cincinnati had received 78 shipments of unapproved injectables over a 2-week period. The product was traveling from Bulgaria, Spain, China, and Korea to US states, including Florida and New York, where the adverse reactions had been reported. Counterfeit fillers may go for anywhere between a fifth to an eighth of the price charged by Alizee, the manufacturer of Botox. You can imagine that's very appealing to some practices. But unapproved products may contain unpurified or perilously high doses of botulinum toxin, or possibly none of the drug at all, and results can be catastrophic. People have reported blurry and double vision, drooping eyelids, difficulty swallowing, dry mouth, slurred speech, fatigue, and weakness, and in most extreme cases, difficulty breathing. All of these women, all of the cases, received the injections from unlicensed or untrained people in non-healthcare settings. So basically, this video is a PSA, and the PSA is go to a dentist, go to a professional, and ask questions. Ask them where they're getting their product from. Ask them if they're getting it on the cheap. Ask them if they're getting it counterfeit. I mean, this seems to be quite a small problem in the grand scheme of things, but you don't want to mess around your face. Coming from someone who does enjoy messing around with their face. And hey, when I'm old enough, I'm certainly going to get the Substance Lindsay Lohan mini facelift. Anyway, that's all for today's video. It's a random one, but I just found it crazy. I opened up the article and I was like, wow, I didn't expect the reaction to be that extreme. Let me know what you guys think of this topic. And yeah, like I say, do what you want to your own faces. Not my face after all, but be careful. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I make new content whenever I feel like it. Follow me on all my socials. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.